So this central division algebra over K can be used to drill down into either a 3 to 4 dimensional time space, which is a partial differential algebraic equation for computer science problems, scientific applied mathematics based, or a set of partial differential equations that can be used for engineering purposes. Here we have a basic rule of polynomial time in which x1 to the x dimension is an inverse element of its comparator. Likewise, the depiction below is a convertible time space in which differing scale indicates purpose, for example, encoding and decoding. The small one on the bottom left is a minor analytical model, but encodes the outcome of our ideas. This is an application which shows the ambient effect of increased CO2 concentrations on the hemispheres, and the seasons change: winter, spring, summer, and fall. This is an emerging technology with no current implementation, but with intended design consideration for global optimization in 3D TV, which means highly multidisciplinary applications from low power single core multiprocessor to multi-core multiprocessor. The precursor BIOS 283X had been deployed and tested for many years on the BCM 283X, which is a video core for a chipset for full HD programming IPTV. So in the catastrophic event of the eradication, extinction, annihilation of the Earth, you have a standard inverse probability function where we can also look at some of the possible events that are becoming and the magnitude of the possibility of those events. I don't mean to overly obtusely, but to extent and sake of brevity, this straw man leads to decisions in which most institutions raise more capital. You put warlords side by side and the concept of reality is militia-based. For example, piracy and war gave place to trade, politics, letters. From the warlord to the law lord, the privilege was kept, whilst the means of obtaining were changed. And under these conditions, there's another decline, whether human or natural disaster based, and things are descended into chaos a little bit in the grand scheme of the ultimate universe. We try to approach a risk model like this as a way to contain those tail risks by acknowledging them first, and then perhaps to an extent, and then increasing the overall input capital flows. We can use an extensivist mindset to encompass the preservation of these types, which leads to say there is power in preservation. It's supposed to be the end. Now, just to add as a final note on that specialized term proof of work, which has come up of late, is but one way to form an indelible record, aside from the form of fungibility and others which have been discovered over centuries and sometimes millennia, down to the fossil record, the material earth, or the universe. There may be infinite of which we're just beginning to discover today.